Less than a third of those who applied for a bear tag got one. For those who did, this season is expected to be better than last.
These licenses are in demand.
For this year's bear hunting season, 11,500 licenses were awarded across the state of Wisconsin. This is a normal amount of licenses, but many have had to wait another year.
We had around 30,000 people that put in specifically for a license and another 100,000 people that purchased a preference point towards future drawings.
Licenses are awarded through a lottery system. DNR large carnivore specialist Randy Johnson says it can take anywhere from a couple of years to 10 to 12 years to get a tag.
It's an activity that we continue to see more and more interest in, and I think there's a number of reasons. A lot of folks are familiar with deer hunting, they're familiar with that activity, what that looks like, and I think folks are finding that bear hunting is a completely different opportunity.
Gunsmith Heath Moulding says he's talked to many who are going bear hunting for the first time this year.
It doesn't matter if it's Wisconsin or Minnesota, but deer hunting up here in the north is a family-driven. My great-grandpa has been hunting deers up out of the shack for the last, 100 years type of scenarios, which is awesome, right? We love that tradition. We love that right there. But there are very few families that are going, we are bear hunters.
Every bear harvested in the state has to be registered with the DNR, and hunters have to share information about the bear and send in 2 small teeth.
That gives us genetic information as well as the age of all of these bears. So hunters are basically providing us the majority of the information we use to keep track and keep tabs on the population and make sure it remains healthy and sustainable.
The current bear population is stable in northern Wisconsin and growing in the southern part of the state.
It's a fine line that the DNR have to play to keep the conservation going alive and protect the public from animals or themselves, and satisfy the hunting in between there as well. So
last year had a lower harvest than normal, but hunters should have better luck this year.
Last year we saw like a record high acorn crop across much of the state. Acorns are a really staple food item for bears. With lots of them in the woods, bears were less hungry and less coming into bait, so hunter success dropped way down. This year, I think expectations are looking really favorable. There's fewer acorns, much more normal year, I would say.